I was not prepared for this race. I mean, I even forgot to start the camera. For one thing, the start was way faster than I had expected. After a winter of training, I thought I was just going to show up to this thing and soft pedal my way to the finish line. But as it was, I was breathing through my eyeballs and my legs were already on fire, and we still had over 100 kilometers to go. I was pretty convinced that I could get away without doing a warm-up at this event, but that decision isn't really working out well for me right now. My legs are heavy, my cadence is slow, and I'm wondering if I can even hold the pace that I'm doing right now over the length of this event. Brian up ahead is starting to both settle into his pace and pull away from me. I have to sprint to catch him.
Up on the left.
Yeah. Brian tells me that he's taking off to catch the group ahead. Seeing Brian take off for the faster group up ahead, Matt starts to bridge to catch him. This open section of farm field here is pretty indicative of about the first half of the race. And the headwind was pretty strong at 30 kilometers an hour. It was pretty steady, but the gusts at around 40 made it feel like you were riding through a patch of sand if you weren't with a group of people. With my legs starting to warm up and feel a bit more normal now, I was able to catch some of the groups in front of me. There were a bunch of other riders that were doing the same thing, and we would leapfrog from group to group, tucking in behind out of the wind for a little bit and then bridging on to the next one. I just want to take a second to point out this guy. If you've ever ridden a fat bike before, you know that there's not a lot about them that lend themselves to aerodynamics. But this guy was really moving down the road fast. It's pretty crazy how much volunteer support this race has. There's people blocking intersections, there's people pointing the way down the trail, all the people at the start and finish, and like that's all on race day. I can't imagine all the stuff that goes on behind
you.
the scenes. They must have a huge volunteer force. When you finally get off the paved section, you enter into this gravel trail, and those boulders that we just went through can end your race in a hurry if you're not careful. Riding alone isn't so bad, but if you're riding as part of a group, especially in the middle to the back of the group, you really have to put your faith in everybody else's line choice. So that's my cheering section. That's my partner Jen and her daughter Bia.
Thank you.
They were good enough to make it to all of the road crossings to cheer me and the other circus team members on through the race.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
By this point, I was starting to feel a lot more normal. My legs had come back to life, and I was feeling a lot more racy. So when the 70-kilometer race merged with ours, it was nice to start picking riders up ahead and passing them. The first half or so of this race is like 90% paved or really good gravel roads, so I was really noticing my underinflated tires. It wasn't until we hit the more gravelly gravel that my speed and effort finally matched.
I was not expecting that the gravel would be so much gravelly.
Usually on my gravel bike, I like to run my tires with all the PSI. But for some reason I only had most of the PSI in them, which made for kind of a sluggish ride on the pavement, but when we hit these gravel sections, it was a lot more comfortable. It doesn't look like very much here, but this is kind of a long grade, and I'm not really a fan of hills, so I like to try and get to the top as fast as I can. This corner coming up is always a bad corner because you have a lot of speed coming into it and it's always really loose. There were two people that looked like they'd suffered crashes. It looked like they had a bunch of help with them, so we didn't stop. A friend of mine likes to say that gravel bikes are the worst of both worlds. They're a really terrible mountain bike, and they're not really a great road bike. Having said that though, I'm much better at treating my gravel bike like a crappy mountain bike than I am like a crappy road bike.
You go, Evan!
As you get into more of these sections throughout the race, it's pretty easy to see who rides mountain bikes and who doesn't.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I think probably one of my favorite things about this race is the community participation. Like, you'll just come ripping up someone's driveway and they're sitting on the porch cheering as you go by and waving. It's pretty awesome to see.
Thank you. Nicest stretch of road we've ridden on so far.
You'll have to excuse me hacking up a lung. I was just getting over probably the weirdest winter of respiratory ailments I've ever had. Coming into this feed station, I could see Brian up ahead. I debated about stopping for water, but I wanted to catch up to him.
Hey, my friend. How's it going? Okay. Now we're into the fun part. Now we're into the fun part. Yeah. Yeah.
Every year someone has this wooden ramp set up.
Yeah.
I never hit it, but I was feeling pretty good this year, so I took a chance.
Just before we got into that chute. Okay. Like as we got into the chute. Thank you. Thank you. What's that? You're walking? It's that whole chute, yeah. We got in there, and I rode through all the mud and then got bottlenecked. Yeah, same here. And he was back behind me.
What goes around just comes around. This is the sound. It's time to get down.
We didn't have to stop. I wish we would have just rolled your bike.
I know. It's just that one log that gets everybody.
What goes around just comes around. This is the sound. It's time to get down.
Stand up. Oh, that's the best yet.
You guys go around.
Oh, okay. That was a good one this year. Yeah.
And my heart rate was like 170 for like over an hour.
Yeah, take that shit off.
You take it off, eh?
Oh, it's a race. Nobody cares about heart rate in a race until after.
Well, that's a great point.
I mean, mine's tracking. I just don't have it displayed.
Pretty much right after that feed
there it
station,
was.
my
That's the
favorite
mud for
part
the
of the
race.
race course begins. It's a lot
I
of
said
this
that's the
trail
mud for the
riding,
race.
which is really similar to what we ride back home. It's fast, it's flowy,
back? You
it's
wanna go ahead?
technical. It's all the things that a wide open gravel road isn't.
On your left. Have a good ride, guys.
Unfortunately, it wasn't too much longer until my camera battery died, so you don't get to see any of it.
I've really been trying to catch and stay with people in the wind.
Maybe next year.
What's that?
I've really been trying to catch and stay with people in the wind.
Yeah, I know.
I had a hard start though.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah.
And here it is, the final climb. Last year I just flew up this thing, it felt like, but this year it was kind of a grind and I was trying my best to not have my legs cramped. Bloated on carb water and Sour Patch Kids, I crossed the finish line.